Hey guys, it's Dana and it's Tuesday and we're going to talk about money, and today I want to talk about how to shop for Christmas on a tight budget. Alright, so Christmas is coming up. Christmas is always coming up pretty much every day if you think about it, but it's really soon, and so hopefully you have been planning for it all throughout the year and putting money aside so that you will have a set amount of money in a separate savings account for when Christmas arrives. That's what our family does. And so we have $1,000 set aside in a separate account that is just for Christmas. And so the number one rule, obviously, when shopping for Christmas is to stick to your budget. Whatever your budget is, whatever your family has set that budget to be, then make sure you are sticking to it. That's rule number one. Now, hopefully you have a list, and a good list. So Santa has a list and he checks it twice. So we should all have a list and check it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times to make sure that everything on our list is things that we really want to get or things that our children really want. So in our family, pretty much all throughout the year, when the kids have something they really want, we say, okay, we'll add it to your Christmas list or birthday list, depending on the timing. But we'll say, you can put that on your Christmas list. So throughout the year, the kids are really thinking about things that they want, because we don't just buy them things randomly throughout the year. And that helps when Christmas time rolls around, because then they're very clear. They've been waiting for a while. They know exactly what they want. And we even have them look through some catalogs sometimes just to give us ideas. And then we know the things they're asking for are things that they really want. And then we can prioritize it. We can try to search and find the best sale. We can keep track of those items that they want. You can use sites like Camel to help you track, when there's going to be price drops on things on Amazon. So we have our list and it's very clear. And then that way we can do our best to stick to it. Now I'm going to give you guys 15, 16 very clear-cut ideas of things that you can purchase or sort of put together for Christmas that are budget friendly. So you know me, I like to get right into it. And Pinterest has made things incredible as far as gift giving, because you can go onto Pinterest and you can search for all kinds of DIY things and you're gonna find stuff that's gonna be really simple to make. So you'll find that a lot of the things I'm listing here, you can go onto Pinterest to help you, to give you an idea for it. All right, number one though, write and illustrate a book. This can be for your children. It can be for a family member, a loved one, a friend. If they're into reading, if you're good at drawing, if you're good at art, this is even better. But for your children, you can write and illustrate a book and it'll be so sweet. It'll be a keepsake for them. Or maybe even you can have your older children or younger children help you to create a book for one of their siblings to give as a gift. I think that's the sweetest idea. It doesn't cost a lot of money. You can use all the art supplies you might have around the house. And again, it's gonna be something that's going to be really special. Homemade Play-Doh. There's so many recipes for Play-Doh out there. All you have to do is Google it, go onto Pinterest and you'll find recipes. You can make Play-Doh for your children and you can package it up really cute, put that in as a stocking stuffer for your little kids. Homemade Play-Doh. How about your old toys that you had when you were growing up, or maybe your mother's or your grandmother's? We do this. I think it's great if you have old Cabbage Patch Kids, Barbies, maybe old dollhouse furniture, maybe an old dollhouse that your kids haven't seen because you have it at your parents' house, or your grandmother had some, get some toys that laying around the house somewhere that you can give to your kids that they haven't seen before. It'll be really exciting for them. I know our kids are really excited about some of the old toys that we used to play with. So try to time that out right and give it at Christmas. You can even wrap it up, or just, I know my sister took a bunch of our Cabbage Patch dolls that we had when we were growing up and just kind of set them up around the gifts at Christmas. And that was really fun and really exciting. You can make a homemade toy food set. So every time you empty out like a cake box or any old food containers, you can tape it back up and put it together into a nice little box or bin and present it to your children at Christmas for them to play with. And I think this is a fantastic idea. You have old spice jars, the spices are all empty. You can close it back up, clean it out, and then put it as part of your play food set for the kids, and they're gonna love it. If you have someone in your life that does a lot for you, you can make a card. I know this sounds so basic, so simple, but it means a lot to a lot of us. I would love to get a card talking about how all the things I've done for someone. I mean, who doesn't love that, to receive something that's really heartfelt? So if you're good at art, you can make something really fantastic as far as a card. So it's something to consider, a card, a homemade card. If you have to give multiple gifts out to, say, groups of people, such as teachers or coaches, then maybe you can make some bath bombs. A lot of people do this. I've never done it, but I know Amy from Dreamflight 6000 did this last year. She made a whole bunch of bath bombs. Again, you can find out the recipe and how to do it if you just go and look for it on Pinterest or Google it. You can also make candles, scented candles for your loved ones. If you just make them in bulk, you can make a whole bunch of them to give out really inexpensively. I like to do mason jar gifts. I love mason jars. I just have a love affair with them. I use them to drink out of for water and for our smoothies. I, in the past, have given all my coworkers mason jar gifts. So in the mason jar, you can pick up stuff at the Dollar Tree. You can go to the Dollar Spot at Target. You can get a whole bunch of cute things and stick it into your mason jar and then label it really cute. And you can have such a pretty little gift to give out to teachers again, or to coaches. Also to your mailman maybe, or to, we give to all of everybody who's service oriented in your life, your hairdresser maybe. So what can you put in those mason jars? You can put pretty much anything, but you can make it spa related. You could do something that was hair related, like bobby pins, bows. You could put that in there. You could do cookies, candy. You can make it cocktail based. If someone's a drinker in your life, then you could put in some little cocktail stuff. Speaking of drinking, you can just get a bottle of wine. Maybe there's a local winery in your area. We can pick up bottles of wine from our local winery for about $7. And you can, again, dress them up really cute. There's lots of ideas on Pinterest. My favorite label is one that says, "Caution may increase chances of ending up on the naughty list." I think that's so cute. Or if you know someone who really likes a certain type of food, you can buy that type of food and wrap it up really cute in a box. I know my husband, he loves those Starbucks mocha drinks in bottles, but they're kind of expensive, so we don't always get them. So for his birthday, my family members all buy him like a 4-pack of those drinks, and he loves that. So just regular food, whatever they like to eat, you can package it up and give them that. You could gift an experience. I love this. We've been doing this more and more for the kids for their birthdays, but if you go onto Groupon, you might be able to find some discount tickets for a family. If you have to give a gift to a whole family, it's perfect. You can give them tickets to go to a museum, or we have Legoland in the Philadelphia area. So I think we were gifted tickets to an aquarium once from a family member, and then we were gifted tickets to Legoland. So definitely look for some deals on some packs of tickets that you can give to someone, and they might just love that, because I know we do. Along those same lines, you can give someone a movie experience if you want to pack up popcorn and make like a little movie kit, and then you can give them a coupon code for Redbox so that they can rent a movie, kind of give them the experience of watching a movie with their family. Or you can give them a game for game night, a board game. Board games are so much fun. So just a board game to a family is a fantastic gift because they can play it together, and it just is the kind of gift that just goes on and on and on. I love board games. You can donate in that person's name. My sister one time, she adopted a manatee. She's really into manatees, so she adopted a manatee for my one son, and she got a certificate, with the manatee's name and everything, and she gave it to him, and he loved that. So you might be able to donate a small amount to a certain charity, or to do one of those types of animal adoption programs where you give a little money and you get to be part of that animal's life. And then all throughout the year, my son was sent, little things about what was going on with his adopted manatee. So I think that's a fantastic idea. It doesn't have to be really expensive. And then you guys, make sure you're checking when you get catalogs in the mail. Catalogs, maybe you've unsubscribed to all of them because you don't want to be triggered to be spending. But I've gotten a lot of catalogs lately that I have on the front, spend $25 and get a free gift. And so I took advantage of one of those offers. The free gift was a throw blanket, a really pretty red corded throw blanket. And so I'm going to give that throw blanket as a gift. So, try to take advantage of free gifts, those kind of things, as long as it's not making you spend more than you would normally. But you can look for that stuff and use those things for your Christmas. And then last, I know some of you will not like this, but you can trash pick. It might sound a little strange. I don't mean really dumpster diving, but I mean if you live near some pretty affluent areas, some neighborhoods, where there's, people are throwing out stuff, perfectly good stuff, that because they're trying to clear out their houses for Christmas that's coming. And so you might score some really awesome stuff in some people's trashes in their trash, if you look. So if you roam around some neighborhoods, then you might get lucky. All right, so there's a few ideas for shopping when you're on a tight budget this Christmas. Most important thing is to be together as family. If you decide to do no gift giving, that's always a good thing too. I know some families, they do those white elephants, or sometimes I've heard them called dirty Santas, where everybody buys one gift for the whole family and you get together and you kind of make a game out of it. So maybe that's a good idea. Or, if you don't have young children, it's a lot easier just to declare that you're going to do a no gift Christmas, just to kind of focus on the true meaning of Christmas, being together, family. So you can definitely do that. And, but yeah, so stick to your budget, whatever that budget is. And we're going to try to be under budget this Christmas personally, so that way we can spend some of that money that we have left over for after Christmas sales to sort of pick up some decorations and stuff after Christmas when things are 50%, 75% off. If you've already finished all your Christmas shopping, then you rock. And I'm surprised you made it to the end of this video. I think that's fantastic. If you already are finished for the year, congratulations. If you have any other ideas on how to shop on a budget or some ways to purchase or make some low budget things, please leave a comment down below to give each other ideas. If it's your first time here, be sure to subscribe. I'm here every single Tuesday talking all about money, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye guys.